Halo 3 ODST was played and recorded on the Xbox One X. I will first start off with the story. The story centers around a squad of ODSTs that have gone missing in a city located in Africa. You play as a character named Rookie. Your job is to find clues as to what happened to your team. When you find these clues, you play in a mission like a flashback. I really enjoyed this story because the Rookie defied all odds. I will not go any farther into this story as I do not want to spoil the game. The story was surprisingly easy to follow. I say surprising because I thought this game would be really confusing with all the flashbacks. Now on to the music. The music was very well done in this game. The one part that I really like with the music is when you find a clue and you went through the flashback, the music would get sad. The reason for this, I would think, is to signal that the Rookie might be losing hope in finding his squad mates. The sound effects are also very well done and the sound is very well balanced as well. Now on to the graphics. For its time, the graphics were really well done. I do have two complaints though about the graphics. The first complaint is that the game is either too bright or too dark. I found myself having to go to the pause menu multiple times just so then I can change the brightness so then I could actually see the game. I also had a problem with how the characters moved. What I mean by this is that the characters look like they're clearly in a cartoon. Their body movements do not seem realistic enough to me. Otherwise, the graphics are very well done. As I have said in my past reviews of Halo, the controls were very good, and because I'm playing on the Master Chief Collection, the controls are universal for every game. Content-wise, the game was very lackluster. There were some collectibles, and they were just audio. There was also no multiplayer, and that was really it for content. This is the part of the review where I give you my positives and negatives. I will first start off with the positives. I really like the idea of the open world. You can find remnants of crashes and little battles. And while you're in the open world, you can also see graffiti. With this graffiti, you can read things like "We're all gonna die," "Remember Reach," and stuff like that. Now I'll point out a few negatives. One of the negatives that I have is that because you're in an open world, you can cheese certain battles. What I mean by this is that if there were multiple enemies in an area, you can actually just go around the enemies and just go straight to the next level. I will admit I did this a couple of times. I just feel like if it was more linear, then you would have no choice but to go against these enemies, and it would make the game more entertaining. This game was quite a lot of fun. This game felt like it had an open world unlike the other Halo games. You're set in this city in Africa, and as you're going around finding clues, you can just search around the city. In this open world type of map, you can also find collectibles and find enemies to take out. Quite honestly, I would not play this game again. Not because the game is terrible, but because the gameplay is just not as great as the other Halo games. So this is the part of the review where I tell you if you should get this game or not. If you really like story and piecing together certain parts of a story to make a complete story, then you will really like this game. This game is also a big plus if you want an open world type feel in a Halo game. You're just expecting normal Halo again? This game might not be for you. So these are my thoughts on Halo ODST. Thank you all for watching and see you in the next one.